This week on The Modified World, we're going to be talking to you about how custom orders work. So stay tuned. So welcome to The Modified World. It's the weekly web show about body modification. The people do it, the people get it, and why it matters. I am your host. I'm the senior piercer at the world-renowned Pangea Piercing. Beautiful sunny downtown Ann Arbor, Michigan. Purvey internet wackiness. And, well, okay, so I've had a number of requests, mostly from people who work here, and also, too, from other piercers out there. I've seen them complaining on the various forums that we haunt and hang out on. And one of the big ones, I keep hearing it over and over again, that folks don't seem to, well, there seems to be a lot of problems when it comes to ordering custom jewelry for a lot of folks. Now, I know how we do it here. Can't necessarily speak for everybody else. But the way we do this here, and this should be accepted practices generally across the board for anybody you deal with. When we take an order for somebody for something that we don't have in stock, we will write down all the information, boom, all this stuff up here that's important for us to know so we get the right stuff. We write down the stuff for them down there for the client. We initial it so we know exactly who took the order, put the date on there, how much deposit they put down, and how much they owe, so that there's no questions about that later on. We keep a copy for ourselves too, so once again, we know how that works. If you were to make an order off a website or through email or something like that, well then of course we give an email confirmation so that there's proof that somebody gave some money and something was promised and stuff like that. If your shop doesn't give you a receipt for the money that you put down, or doesn't have any kind of way of being able to prove anything, well then you're just dealing with trust, and it can be kind of tough because, well, unfortunately a lot of us have the reputations of being like flim-flam men and hucksters, and there's a reason for that, because there's a lot of flim-flam men and hucksters in this business. It's a real unfortunate thing. Up and up professionals will always give you, like I said, some sort of proof that you paid money and that you have stuff on the way. Okay, so beyond that, and how this all works, like say you're getting something that I didn't make myself, something from Anatometal Industrial Strength, BVLA, whatever, it doesn't really matter. We call the order in. We will say, oh, okay, we get this thing made. They say, oh, okay. No, they make things to order. All the companies, all the quality companies that we deal with make things to order. It's not like they have thousands of them just sitting around in case somebody happened to need that, 14 gauge half-inch navel curve with, embarble with the, mint green princess cut gemstones. Well, no, they don't have that just sitting around. They have to make it. And depending on where they're at in the production, and depending on how busy they are, what time of year it is, a lot of different factors, it can go anywhere from as short as 2 weeks on up to, honestly, I've seen 6 months and longer, on certain complicated things, especially from some of the, the smaller manufacturers and stuff who, maybe you're asking for something really, unique and odd. Like, for instance, if you're dealing with one of the finer gemstone companies, like BVLA or stuff that I make, sometimes we're at the mercy of our suppliers too, because, well, clearly I'm not mining gemstones, neither is BVLA. They have to wait for the folks who mine the gemstones, cut the gemstones, wholesale the gemstones, to be, if you ordered something strange, like, I need 1.2 millimeter purple diamond, it's like, well, we probably don't have that just sitting around. Probably have to call and get that stone. So once they get it all into production and it gets made, then it gets sent out to the shop or to the website that you order it from or whatever. Then it can get sent to you. That process, though, like I said, can take anywhere from as short as, and I never expect this, 2 weeks, to up to 6 months or longer. I have literally seen things take 8-9 months. It's unfortunate when that happens, but it does. And so your piercer is kind of at the mercy of the supplier once they call that in. Now, admittedly, there might be a week or so of overlapping lag time on those. Honestly, I order from Neo Metal all the time. but I'm not going to call it in immediately that day. I'll go ahead and wait till Friday when we make our orders, which we generally order from all of our big companies. Generally, once, twice a week, or I'm sorry, we generally order from our larger companies, once every week or two. So sometimes it might add a week or so to the turnaround time, maybe 2 to the turnaround time on the stuff. But we're mostly talking about just how it all works. So you come in, you order something, we don't have it in stock, but we order from those folks all the time. On our next order, we put it in with that order. And it might, like I said, it might take a week, might take 2. Not usually though, honestly, most of the time we try to get it called in, at least at the end of the week when we have collected our orders throughout the week. It gets put in production and then it gets sent out to us. Now, the Friday that we make jewelry orders, we might order from a glass company, 2 titanium companies, and a gold manufacturer. You make all those orders at the same time, and the companies generally will try to put them into production at the same time. However, let's say that the glass company has a 3-week backlog because they're super popular right now and everybody's ordering their stuff. Well, that adds 3 weeks to the production time. It's a tough thing. Like I said, we're all at the mercy of that. Now, as soon as we get it in, we'll call or we'll ship it out to you and you get your stuff and you're happy. I have heard though quite a bit of problems though when people order things from websites or deal with maybe less ethical body piercers. That unfortunately there will be times that people will sell things, the websites will sell things they don't actually have in stock, and they didn't tell you that it was going to take 6 months possibly to get it made. So you're just sitting there going, wait, where's my money? What happened? Unfortunately, with a lot of body piercers, since they're kind of independent contractors, say they get run off, you go down to your local place and, well, the guy behind the counter, well, he takes your money and stuff, and you come back in 6 months later and you're like, where the hell is my stuff? And it's a different person behind the counter. They have no idea what you're talking about, and that guy's just gone, It's like, these are real problems. So ways to be able to avoid that. Number 1, deal with reputable people. If they've got a long-term track record of being able to take good care of folks, then you're probably going to be okay. If you're being tempted by convenience or low price, then you never know. You might wind up paying the price. There's an old Russian proverb that says stingy people pay twice. And I've learned that on my own myself. There's even times that I go to try to get something a little cheaper, a little more conveniently or something like that, and instead of going with the full price, reputable, safe source or solution for a problem, sometimes you try to go cheap and it's like, sometimes you wind up being okay, sometimes not. To avoid all that, it's real simple though. Like I said, deal with honest, upfront, reputable people, and you shouldn't have anything to worry about. Who that is? Well, hey, ask around a little bit. If you have questions, get referrals. Generally, people aren't going to recommend somebody who screwed them over. Pretty simple. And that was my show this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Possibly got something cleared up, learned something, somewhat entertained. I'm going to be doing live streams here pretty soon, taking part in the internet blood sports with all the rest of the people battling it out and stuff like that. So be thinking of questions that you would want to ask me. We'll have a deal set up to where, on somebody that wants to debate, well, then, maybe we can get over here and, do a live stream together, so that the whole public can see it and there's none of this he said, boo crap behind the scenes. I like, if there's going to be a debate, let's have it out there in the sanitizing light of the public so that, the public can make their own choices and opinions on stuff. And as far as taking questions in the chat, yeah, hey, we'll take some questions in the chat. And, maybe he's talking about piercing, maybe it's not. Who knows? We'll just see where it goes and where the chips fall. I'll let you know when that's exactly going to be happening. But until then, subscribe, come back, watch some videos and stuff. Stay tuned for the next episode of Modified World.